Okay, so we've spoken a lot about the kind of the lead up to what it was like for you to think about being coached, and then your decision to actually move forward with a coaching program. Let's kind of switch gears now and talk a little bit more about what your actual experience was of being in a coaching program and being coached. So yeah, very broad question, and just tell us about your experience of being coached.
Yes, thank you for that question, Stevie. I love to talk about it because it brings back this extraordinary feeling I had in every coaching session with you. First of all, already from the scrap, I felt that you were very present with me with no expectations and judgments. So I could really express myself. And normally I'm in a performing or performance mode whenever I talk to another person or in social interactions. And this coaching, in the coaching session, in the beginning, maybe for the first 5 to 10 minutes, I had this idea like, okay, now I have to somehow come up with my issues. But after that, due to your capacity to really receive my message on a deep level, I could relax and connect with myself. And this experience of being able to be my authentic self was very extraordinary to me. So I was looking forward to it every week. It was the highlight of my week, and it was something which allowed me to experience myself also in a new light, to see myself in a more positive light, to see myself being more creative, to see myself being able to solve my own problems, and then also to be able to handle challenges. Because in the coaching session, you also came up with very new perspectives, ideas I have never thought about it before, ways of interpreting my behavior or the situation that somehow upset me in the beginning. I thought, how could somebody think that way? But due to that framework of the safe space which you were able to create for the two of us, I could allow myself to be in that uncomfortable safe space to find new solutions. So that was really already during the coaching session an extraordinary time out for me, a present. But of course, the coaching experience did not stop in the actual session we had, but it was something that went on. And it was like taking a very potent medicine. The coaching session was the moment I got my treatment. And my week after was the time when I could experience how this medicine worked on my life. And that was something amazing too, because I could feel like how I would approach things from a different angle, from a more comfortable place and from a more empowered place. So I found myself referring back to what I had learned in the coaching sessions during my daily life. And I could witness my own growth during the whole period I was coached by you.
Yeah, I love that analogy, the potent medicine, and often the biggest insights will happen after coaching or in between coaching sessions as we have scenarios in our lives where we can actually apply it to. Yeah, and coaching, like you said, it should be It should be uplifting. It should be invigorating. It should be challenging. But more than anything, it should be a lot of fun. And I like to have fun with my clients. And I know we always have fun, even as we're recording these videos, Anna. So I want to push you. Maybe if you could just summarize from the time that we work together, if there are 3 insights that you had that you could perhaps highlight.
Yes. First of all, you modeled presence for me. You were always asking, like, what do you need now? What is the real issue here now? You got so curious from such a well-meaning and non-judgmental point of view that allowed me really to be with what was inside of me. And I needed to have this visceral experience, because I somehow afterwards I realized that I did abandon myself whenever things got tough for me. I left myself alone, and I went into my head, and I did not know how to deal with it because I had left myself. And you modeled for me to be with that difficulty in this positive way, which I could then apply, and which I still apply on a daily basis. Whenever I struggle now, I'm mindful enough to understand that I'm struggling, and then I have enough space to ask myself, what would Stevie ask me now? To get into that inquisitive approach, or this loving attitude towards myself, so that I will not abandon myself as I used to be. That is my biggest takeaway. I cannot be abandoned in my life anymore, nor by myself, nor by any man, nor by any situation. It's really it's bigger than words can express. But I realize I have to go on to the second insight. So let me talk about the internal family system, which an approach which I practice with Stevie, to understand that my personality is kind of like a family with different members, and all these different members, they have a different history, a character, and they work together or against each other, and they have kind of a work assignment. And whenever I have a conflict, it means that my family members do not work together in a smooth way. And one can look at it. One can call in a family meeting or a staff meeting, and one can understand that actually now I'm the CEO, and I can manage this process in a kind, democratic, rational way, which kind of solved my problem with being triggered. When I'm triggered, I have a conflict, and I can solve that now. When I resort to the model of the internal family. So thanks for that, Stevie. An incredible, helpful tool, which everybody should be able to have in their toolbox. Yeah, and the third insight I got was the power of affirmations. I knew about it before, but I didn't practice it. And well, this was also, it's so good to have a coach. It's like having a teacher who asks you whether you have done your homework. So you do it. And when you do the good things you are asked to do, you have enough time to observe the positive effects. So Stevie was helping me to use the affirmations, and I could really observe and witness how well they worked in my life, how they did change my life when you actually do them. So yeah, I have to confess that I would love to have this kind of teacher forever, but I try to give my my mobile phone the task to remind me to use affirmations and to experience the positive effects of them for my daily life. So these were the three biggest takeaways from our coaching.
Okay, beautiful. And it's interesting you say that. I wish I would have this teacher forever. And in fact, you do, right? I'll often say to people, if you're looking for accountability, I'm not a coach for you. I'm not going to be the person who's beating you up and reminding you to do stuff. And I think the insight that you've just had there is that you actually found that accountability for yourself, and you began to teach these lessons.
Yes, of course. But it was easier, and this is also what my first insight is about. It is easier if a human being helps you to do the good things you are realized in the beginning to start with, because it's what Paracelsus said, the big our big medicine man, our big doctor. He said that the best medicine for a human being is another human being, and this is what I also find in the coaching session. Yeah, you were my medicine.
Beautiful. We could chat much longer, and we will, but just in the interest of keeping these videos short, I'm going to end this one now, Anna, and we'll see everyone in the last video. Thank you.